How's everybody doing this morning? Nice to see you all. Let me move that down there. There is a beetle here, and I just would like him not to get on me as I'm teaching yoga. I'm going to escort him out the back door. There he goes. All right. There's another one. How many beetles are there in the house? I think it's because it's raining outside. Everybody's coming inside. No Parker today. He is hiding in the bed because it is raining outside. I'm going to escort him out. Good morning. I'm glad you're good, Marissa. I am well, thank you. I got up early and started sewing some more masks for some employees for Publix, and trying to put your foot on the sewing pedal and have a dog under it has been a challenge. He does not like storms. Thank you for asking me. Oh, am I lucky? Beetles are lucky. Well, this is the second one, so maybe I'm doubly lucky. I'm lucky to be here with you guys. Good morning, Barbara. Parker is hiding in the bed. Like, he is terrified of the storm. I thought, okay, because he was good yesterday, I'd let him come in, and he's under my pillow, and he's just kind of doing this. So I'm like, okay, buddy. I left him alone. Good morning, Debbie. Everybody signing in. Nice to see everybody. Oh, it's thundering, which means he's going to be right here at the door. While you guys are signing on, good morning, Julie. I may actually bring him in here because he's going to be so scared in that side of the house by himself. I hear him outside the door. So while you guys get comfy, I'm going to bring him in. You shouldn't need any props today. Today's practice is completely dedicated to anxiety and stress, which is pretty much kind of like the practice we did yesterday, except we're going to incorporate mudras that we learned last Sunday and breathing techniques that we learned the Sunday before that. We're going to start coming into more cohesive practices where we're starting to pick up the new things that we're learning. Like on Sunday, to me, is all about learning day, about making your practice a little deeper with more texture and more spiritual, yes, but some people may not be spiritual or feel like that might be a trigger word for them, but to definitely make it more than a workout, right? So we're going to work through that. Good morning, Jeannie, but let me bring him in because he's whimpering now. Hang on. Hey, buddy, you want to come in here? Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's okay. Come on. That's a good boy. You gonna lay down on your mat? Your mat, not mine. Right there, buddy. Go on. Good morning, Liz. I will be your sunshine since it's rainy outside. Down. Down. Thank you. Good boy. He's going to be happier now. Oh, see, Jeannie gave you bunches of loves. Yeah, he was right outside the door. He was not liking this rain and thunder, and I was on one side of the door and he was on the other. All right, so like I was telling for everybody who's signing in, we are going to put a lot of techniques that we learned. Every Sunday we do either restorative, we learn something new like mudras, or we learn about breathing, or something to kind of make your yoga practice more than just a physical workout, right? which it is, but we want the mental workout. We want the breath. We want a spiritual side of it. We want to expand and be more. And these things that we're adding today are just like tools to help us just get right through stress, get right through anxiety, find the breath, come back to center, and take on this wonderful experience of being a human. It's not easy, but it's wonderful. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Amanda. Nice to see you here. I have to look at the computer screen over here to see what he's doing over there because I don't want him to get up. He heard me talk about him. All right, everybody's signing in, looks like. All right, so it's 9:03. A couple of folks still messaging me here. Aw, I'm sending you love from Barbara. He really is a good boy. To me, he's only good to me. Which I guess in the long run is all that matters. Alright, so we're going to get started. So the last Sunday, we talked about mudras. And we learned some mudras. At this point, I can't even remember all the ones that we went over. I know that we did the prana mudra because we're going to use that again today. But I'm going to teach you 2 new mudras that are really pertinent for today because today is about stress and anxiety management. So mudras are there to have some sort of physical stimulant for you, 1, to focus on, but 2, to wake up the energy in the body. And I mean, you can see it throughout the entire planet in history. I mean, even in the Catholic Church, whenever they're going to bless something, or you see an African dance, hand movements and hand gestures and that focusing of something special is worldwide throughout history. And so the one that we're going to learn today, he is a smart boy. Good morning, Debbie. It's the first one we're going to learn. We haven't done it before. I'm going to teach it to you, talk to you about it, and then we're going to incorporate it into practice. So the first one we're going to learn today in the practice is Ganesha Mudra. So you guys know who Ganesha is. If you don't know a lot of Hindu gods, that's the one everybody knows. It's the one that's the elephant, right? I have one over there, but you kind of can't see it unless I get right up on the screen. But, good morning! Yay! Always try to do something new. Every day, 32 days. I can't believe it's been 32 days. So, with Ganesha, that Hindu god, he's the remover of obstacles. But he's considered this big, sweet, lovable god. And whenever people want to leave offerings to him, they'll leave him like candy and flowers because he's just that kind of guy, right? He is the one that will move those things out of the way for you or help show you the way around obstacles. So in many Hindu traditions, even in India, even if you're not Hindu, Ganesh is kind of a big deal, right? So before you start any type of thing that you want to be auspicious, whether it's a wedding, a property deal, opening a new business, or buying a new home, before anything, they would offer like a little prayer or shout out to Ganesha that the obstacles are out of the way. All right, so it's kind of like a little homage. Thank you. We appreciate you. Show us the right way, or just move those things out of the way for us. The mudra for that. The left hand is going to come to your chest. The right hand is going to come into that left hand because you're going to hook your fingers like this, like a barrel of monkeys, right? Remember those when you were a kid? So you're going to hook those fingers, hook these fingers. It's always done this way with the back of the right palm out. So it kind of looks like this. Back in the 70s, they had that, that I must increase my bust kind of deal, right? Same kind of deal. So you pull with the fingers like this. And I'm just sitting this way because that's how I comfortably sit. You don't have to sit this way. And you kind of activate, and you kind of have the hands here under the heart. So I wanted you to try that a little bit. See if maybe you can hook those fingers and kind of pull. See how that works for you. Maybe you have to hold yours a little higher because it's uncomfortable to hold them lower. And just doing this, you feel that work in the shoulders, right? In the forearms and across the back body and through the chest. Just this is a lot of work, okay? So we're just feeling that out a little bit. And we don't ever switch it. I mean, you would think that you would switch it, but this is a mudra, not an exercise, so that's why it's done this way, because it changes how the energy flows in the body. Yay, Valerie, you're in here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that one in a minute, but that way when we say, all right, we're going to do Ganesha Mudra, you know what to do because I just explained. Later in the practice, we're going to do a mudra called Kali Mudra. Now, Kali is that fearsome, scary-ass Hindu goddess. She's all black typically. She typically is depicted with tusks, and she typically has men's heads hanging around her neck. And normally her right foot is up on a severed head on the floor. Now, it's scary. Absolutely scary. And she's typically called the goddess of death, but not really. For something new to start, something old has to stop, right? So when a forest burns down, that burning had to happen to make the pine cones open, for the seeds to redo, to get rid of all the debris, for something fresh to start. So a lot of times if we're having anxiety, we're having stress or fear, we're having this issue of moving to the next thing or letting go of something. So where Ganesha is that big lovey squeezy, I'm going to move it or show you the way to get through the obstacles. Kali is the other one. She's scary, but in a good way, and she blows up those obstacles. So think of just this fiery car explosion of just, I am done, I'm getting rid of this problem, right? So her mudra looks like this. So you kind of start with your fingers here. So you lace your fingers together, and you put the index fingers up, so like this. So you think about it almost like a fireball or a lightning bolt pressing through. This is the piercing through an obstacle. I don't want to take the lazy way around. Don't move it. Let's just blow it up and move through it. So a lot of times when we're having stress and anxiety, it's not typically internally. We internalize stuff that's going on in our environment. And so this is two things that are to help move obstacles, which is going to be in the practice. And then I'll remind you, the one that we learn on Sunday is this prana mudra, because we're going to need it to breathe. So, having learned those things, hi Frank, hi Vicky, we're going to get started with our practice. So we're just going to settle in, find a comfortable seat, and let that right ear come to the right shoulder, feeling that left side of the neck stretch. Left ear, left shoulder. We're also going to be doing some breath work, and we're going to revisit that breath that we did when we did pranayama, the Durga pranayama, and back up and releasing out. And that's that 3-part breath or belly breath, where we feel the belly, fill the middle, the chest, and then up into the shoulders, right? That's a 3-part breath. So that's what the Durga breath is, and we'll be doing that while doing a mudra, but in a minute. So we're going to lift up tall through the crown of the head, filling in the lower back. Pull the shoulders in. So this is where our practice starts. This is where we're going to decide to set the stress down, because it no longer serves us, or we're going to pierce through it and find out how to have the tools to deal with what we've got. This is less chat, more work. settling in. Lifting pelvic floor. Pull the navel in, tall spine, chin to chest. Feel the back of the neck stretch. And lift that head back up. Now from here, we're going to come into Ganesha Mudra. One, because we want to dedicate the practice to Ganesha, or if that freaks you out too much, just we want to dedicate our practice today to removing obstacles in our life that are keeping us from being our highest good or our very best versions of ourselves. How about that? So we're going to turn the left hand out, right hand in. We're going to hook those fingers and we're going to pull. And we can definitely feel that physically, but I want you to try to stand up tall. So you're lifting the pelvic floor, right? So that's that Mula Bandha. That's also first chakra. I'm trying to do a review here this last 32 days of the things you've learned. Pulling that navel in to help stabilize the pelvis, activating abdominals, also second chakra, right? Nice tall spine. We're still pulling on those hands, tall spine, Ganesha Mudra. Now, practice your Durga breathing. So we're going to inhale, fill the belly. Even though it's active, fill it. Fill the solar plexus. Fill the chest. Exhale it out. Pull the chest in. Pulling those bellies in. Inhale, fill the belly. Fill the chest all the way up into the collarbones. Exhale it all out. Inhale through the belly. All the way up to the collarbones, 3 parts. Exhaling it out. Removing those obstacles. Inhale, fill the belly. Feel the solar plexus. Fill the chest. Exhale it out. Gently release the hands. Let them sit palm down on the knees. You definitely feel the shoulders. You'll feel the work. My eyes are still closed. Should be nice and tall still. All right, now from there we're going to lace those fingers and out and up. Nice tall spine, really, really big here. Now from here we're going to turn to the right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to allow that left shoulder to come down, right hand to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to slowly come back up. Come back to the center. Hands come out and up. And over to the left, tall spine. Good morning, Jesse. Right ear, right. Oh, hello, buddy. Right shoulder, right knee. Left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand slowly comes down as we come up. Back to the center and forward. Going to lengthen those fingers out, lifting pelvic floor, nice long stretch. And slowly we come back up. We're going to change the cross. Now, we did our dedication to remove some obstacles. We worked on that Ganesha Mudra, which was really good. You can feel that chest start to open up, start to wake up. But we're going to do Kali Mudra here. And there's two different kinds of compass pose. And compass pose is something we normally do standing up. And you lean to the left or lean to the right. When I'm teaching kids, I call it banana, right? Because you look like a banana. But we're going to do this pose in Kali Mudra because we're fierce. We really are heavy here. We're piercing through those obstacles that keep us from being amazing, right? So we're going to lace those fingers together. Index fingers come up. So this is that piercing. This is that tool of piercing. We lift those arms up. And we're going to do some breath work here. Again, Kali Mudra is what this is called. Lift. I know it's not, here is the people. Where's the steeple? No, it's not that. Kali Mudra. Lifting pelvic floor, pulling the navel in, nice tall spine. Feel warm. I mean, as soon as I do this, I start getting hot, almost flush, right? So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to lean to the right the best we can without left glute coming up. 1, 2, it's really hard. 3, 4, 5, and back up. And then over to the left. Ooh. 1, 2, be fierce. Remove those obstacles. 3, 4, 5. Contract this, slowly come up. And then from there, we're going to let those hands come down. But this time, palms up. Chin to chest, find your breath. And gently release. Excellent work. Right arm down, left arm over, lengthen through the side body, turn the armpit up. I always get so hot. Now I'm all sweaty from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We let the left hand come up. We bend at the elbow coming through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unwind and lengthen. And back up. Left arm comes down. Right arm lengthens. Feel that stretch. Push that right hip down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand comes up. Bend at the elbow. Twist it through. Good morning, Haley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unwind. Lengthen through spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. Arms come behind. Open the shoulders. Now, here we're opening the shoulders. I want you with those laced fingers behind you to take the Kali Mudra here as well and try to pierce up towards the sky when you lean forward. Come up, lift those hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands slowly come down. I'm going to gently release. Rotate those shoulders. We're going to check in with our breath. Now this time, we're going to put our hands here. Dhyana Mudra. Dhyana Mudra. Dhyani Mudra. Left hand under, right hand over. Thumbs together, take a second. We feel the work in the shoulders, which is so funny because we haven't really done that much work. You can absolutely feel the fronts of the shoulders. Find the breath. Feel the weight in the back of the wrist on the thigh. Take some breath. Lift pelvic floor, pull the navel in. Now that's just an activity. Durga breathing. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest all the way up to collarbones. Exhaling out. So you exhale out chest, solar plexus, belly. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the solar plexus, fill the chest, and exhale it back down. Inhaling belly, middle chest, collarbones, exhale it out. One more breath here. And gently release it out. Nice work. We're trying to work in spaces here for us to breathe. Working through the chest prior to that is going to help it where we can breathe better. Breath work is always going to be your go-to for stress and anxiety. Just take a breath. We've been talking about that for centuries. Just take away, take a breath, walk away, count backwards from 10, all of those things. We know it. We have those tools in our toolbox, but sometimes they drift to the bottom of the box and we forget that we have that as an option. So breath, always first thing. You're going to lean forward, lengthening through the crown of the head. Where is your breath here? Elongate through the crown of the head. Nice full work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we come up, knees come up, cross. Good morning, Molly. Crossing those arms, nice big stretch to the shoulders. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring the knees up. Change that cross. Roll the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring those knees back in. We're going to reach down, grab that right foot, extend the leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that foot come down. Left one comes up. Nice tall spine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That foot comes down. We're going to drop the knees to the left. Tall spine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And switch it to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring those legs back up and extend them out. Yay, us. We're going to lengthen forward. See if we can grab those feet. And then from there, hands beside those hips. Press down, lengthen, chin to chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly release that weight. Point those toes. Slide those hands back. And Eastern plank. Lifting, opening through the chest. We're working through those shoulders, making a good space where we can breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly put the booties back down. Backs of the wrists come down to release that out. Nice work. Hope everybody's doing good. Seems like it. You guys are kind of quiet today. And a release. We're going to bring that right leg over and lengthening in. I hope it's because you're all relaxed and de-stressed and no anxiety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly we come up. Foot comes next to the knee. Rotate to the right. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center. We're going to grab that foot and rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that you're focused. 4, 5. And that right foot comes in and right hand comes behind. We're going to stretch it first. Open up through left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Booty comes right back down. We're going to lean forward over that left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we're going to come up. We're going to put that right foot on the left thigh. Pull it in. And then see if we can lift the knee up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release that out. Little bounce. Let's do the other side. Make our way to standing. Left leg comes over, lengthening forward. Feel that nice long stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we come up, we're going to put that foot next to the knee, rotate to the left, tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come back to the center, grab that foot, we're going to rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take the foot, we're going to place it on the inside of the thigh. We're going to take the left hand, place it behind, press back and lengthen up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the booty comes down. We're going to lean forward. Don't want to forget that part. Lean forward. Feel that stretch. Working through the hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come up. We're going to bring that left leg over. Coming forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come up. Foot comes next to the knee. Rotate to the left. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center. I think I'm off. Am I off? No, I don't think I'm off. Yes, I am. We're supposed to be putting the foot here. You guys are so nice. Obviously, I'm not focused or stressed out. That foot was supposed to come to the thigh, and then we're supposed to bring it down. I don't know where I ended up. Jesse, you're sleeping. You didn't keep me on task. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and gently release it out. There is just something about a sleeping dog being within 3 feet of you that makes you all sleepy and stress-free. I just want to curl up with him and take a nap. It's raining outside. All right, now from here, we're not doing hands and knees. We're moving straight to standing so we can do hands and knees on the way down. We do want to do Malasana. Malasana is a really good posture for us to release some stress and feel grounded through the feet. And that's a squat, if you didn't know what that was. So I like to come into squat from seated this way. So I spread this feet kind of wide. I let my hands help. And I push forward and, oh, so nice. Thank you for following along. Good morning, Robin. Marissa, you make my day. I must be going to have some really good luck because there's another beetle back there. So that's 3 beetles this morning. So I don't know if I'm lucky or they're just lucky not to be in the rain. So nice tall spine here. We're going to put those palms together, pressing out. Find your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let those hands come down, press to come up, and we're going to look at those knees. Shaking the head, no. Shaking the head, yes. We're so glad we're standing up. We're going to inhale all the way up. Hands come down. And gently release. I love you guys too. Okay, so we're back to the front of our mats. We're checking in with our feet. We feel the texture under those feet. We feel the temperature. We find our breath. We're checking in. So, we are going to do some flows that will allow us to incorporate some of the mudras we've been working on. He's like, okay, as long as I don't have to move. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold, soften those knees. We're going to extend that right foot back. We're going to ground that back foot. So we're going to come up into warrior. So we can feel the shape of warrior. So when we're in warrior, it's a standing back bend. So it's opening the chest, and chest openers help us relieve stress, makes it easier for us to breathe, for sure. We feel this opening through the front of this hip. But now we want to add the mudra to it, to really feel grounded through the feet. That's a wonderful thing about standing postures. We feel connected, we feel solid, we are entitled and deserve to be here. We're on the planet. I am sure instead of unsure. I'm not insecure, I'm secure. So we have that going on in the standing postures, but now we're going to add to it energetically with the mudra. We're going to do Kali mudra. Fierce, right? This is already a warrior. So we're going to lace those fingers together, index fingers up, and lift. Now you don't have to lift your head up if that's uncomfortable. You can have your head be facing forward. But we want warrior one with the Kali mudra to add that extra fierce, right? Now we're going to do full breathing here. If you can do Durga breathing here, do that. So fill the belly, fill that solar plexus, fill the chest. Exhale it out that way. Fill the belly, fill the chest, all the way up to the collarbones. Exhale it out. Let those hands come down, still in that mudra, all the way to the floor. Separate them. Step back into plank. I'm going to make room for my dog there. And knees, chest and chin, belly comes down. Soften the feet, lift the chest. Nice full stretch here. The chest slowly comes down. Press the table. From table to down dog. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Right leg comes forward. Good morning, Bo. And hands come up. Sorry to bother you there, buddy. Don't eat the beetle. Now, we're going to come up into warrior one. We're lifting pelvic floor, pulling navel in. And it's not a clenching, it's an activity. It's a stabilization in the hip. Hands are up. Now, we're going to add that aspect of that to this warrior of Kali, right? We're going to lace those fingers together, index fingers up, piercing through those obstacles, extra fieriness, so you can look forward if your neck is a little, maybe you can look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really feel it. Find your breathing. As you start to come down, we're bringing the hands with it. Hands come down, come to the ball of the foot, and step forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down. So that was awesome. We did our warrior one, which helped us feel connected to the earth, the right of being. We came into warrior one, which is also this fierceness, this bravery. I'm doing something that I'm scared of, but I'm doing it anyway. That's brave and courage, right? So that's our warrior. Then to add that fierceness and move the obstacles, we added Kali mudra. So this time, and we did Durga breathing. Even better. So we kept our calmness while doing those things. So we're going to do warrior 2. Again, warrior nature. We're going to change the breathing to victory breath, which is also ujjayi breathing. So what more, right? We're going to do a warrior pose with a victory breath, but we're going to add prana mudra to it. So prana mudra is the mudra that you do for breathing, to really utilize the energy that you pull into your body. So it's going to be very dynamic. We're going to hold it for a little bit. We're going to come to the front. Yay, Leanne, I'm glad you needed this. I'm so happy you're here. I need you. Inhaling up. Exhaling, forward fold. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold, soft bend those knees, send the right foot back, grounding that back foot. So we're going to cartwheel up into that warrior 2 first. Not complicated, so we can just work on it. What's the form, right? The foot is pressing down, the knee is out, we feel this hip open some. We're always lifting pelvic belly, mula bandha, right? Pulling in navel, uddiyana bandha. Nice tall spine. Now, we're going to turn those palms up, pull the fingers in, and extend the fingers out, right? Just changing the rotation of the arm, you already feel the difference. Now we're going to do ujjayi breathing here. That's breath with sound. So you want to sound like a scuba diver, right? So inhaling, feel that work, tightening in the glottis. Exhaling. That's 1. Inhale. Exhale. That's 2. Inhale. Exhale. That's 3. Inhale. Exhale. That's 4. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. That's 5. Your arms are nice and tired. You're nice and warm. Hands come down to the floor. Come to the ball of that right foot as you step back to plank. From plank, knees, chest and chin, down to the belly. Soften the feet. Rock those hips. Lift the chest up. Open through the heart. And then slowly coming back down. We're going to press through table. Back into down dog. Bend and stretch it. Feel that work. Feel connected through the palms, through the feet. Lifting pelvic belly. Pulling that navel in towards the spine. Maybe a little shake here so you can broaden the back. Right foot comes forward. We cartwheel up into warrior 2. Bam! We're connected here. We have good form. We feel that right of living. We deserve to be present. We're connected. We're not insecure. We're strong. Even though we're scared, we do it what we have to do anyway. That's the courage. That's the bravery, right? So that embodies the warrior. But now let's add breath to it, right? We're going to turn the palms up. Pull those ring finger and pinkies in. The thumb goes on the nail bed, both sides. Pushing out. Really lunge into this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're breathing. So let's add in now. Ujjayi. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. We're going to let those hands slowly come down. Come to the ball of that left foot as we step forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands come back down. Checking in with the body. So I always step out. I just kind of let myself be a little bit of a rag doll. And that just helps me check in. Where am I carrying stress? Am I carrying it someplace? And I'm absolutely carrying now. I've been doing a lot of sewing lately because of masks. So I keep working just this one foot. I don't have my thigh lever anymore. And so I just do this, and I'm doing this with this hand, right? And so the shoulder starts to hurt, and this hip feels weird. And I have to consciously say, okay, stop. I'm going to stand up and cut a while or iron a while. We get in habits of just repetitive motion and having the awareness to say, I'm going to change that. But when you come to your flow and you stop and you shake it out, that's when you can find those things that you might not have noticed. So we find our breath, we feel the temperature and texture of the mat under our feet. We check in with the whole body, not just the physical one, the emotional one, the mental one, the energetic one. We've got lots of them. See if they can be on the same page. All right, now from here we're going to inhale up. Let's walk this feet back in. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to start making our way back down to the mat. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. We're going to step back into down dog. And we're going to play down dog a little bit. Bending and stretching here. We're going to let that right leg come up. We're going to bend the knee open through the front of the hip. Lengthening through the spine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that foot comes down. We lift that left leg up, bend the knee, open through the front of the hip. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to put that foot down. Bend and stretch a little bit. We're going to put the knees down, but we're going to put them really wide. And we're going to see if we can slowly come down and stretch. It's going to feel really good in the hips. It's going to help you feel connected to the floor. If you can get your forehead down, that will also help with the third eye, help you reflect. Where's your breathing? Nice full breath here. So we're going to come up to the table. We're going to walk those knees in. We're going to sit back on the feet just a little bit. It's going to help open the tops of the feet, work through the knees and into the thighs. So we've been working through opening the chest. Not that that was the intention. The intention is to dissolve stress and fatigue, anxiety. We tend to carry it in the chest because we do a lot on our shoulders. We shrug. We start to do this. And we're trying to open that out without it being a shoulders class, right? And then we're trying to open a little bit in the hips without it being a hip class. This is just about stress, anxiety, and having the tools to deal with them. So a very effective pose to do that, opening the chest and through the shoulders, is called puppy pose. And we're going to try that here. It's somewhere between a child's pose and a down dog. So we're going to come to our table. And once we get in our table, we're going to walk those hands forward. And you're going to walk them out without letting your hips start to travel forward. So we want to keep our hips back. And for me, I'm running out of mat, so I'm going to back up a little bit. You want to slowly start to try to put the chest down on the floor. And that may not happen at all. But it's that feeling of trying to put the chest on the floor. And eventually, your thoracic back will get flexible enough that you can put the chest on the floor. You can put your forehead on the floor or eventually turn through and put your chin down. You're going to feel it through the shoulder blades. You're still tightening that pelvic floor though. We want to feel like we have nice, solid control of the pelvis. Breathe. Belly breathing would work here. Ujjayi not so much because the throat's up. See if you can feel the breath, fill the chest. Nice full work. And this is uncomfortable and awkward, so the fact that we're taking the time to breathe makes a difference. Now see if maybe you can slide up a little bit, lifting up. Roll that back into a cat to stretch it out. That's that complementary pose. And shifting back. Nice work. Now, from here, we're going to come up to table, put those forearms down, lace the fingers together, turn the toes, and we're going to come into a dolphin posture. Lengthening out, opening through shoulders, lifting pelvic floor. And then from here, we're going to rotate forward, face come over those hands. But you know what? Our hands are already laced together. Turn it into a mudra. This is a fierce posture. A lot of work going on in the shoulders. We've turned this into Kali Mudra. We're very aware of removing the obstacles that create stress and anxiety in our body. We're remembering to breathe Ujjayi here if you want to. Durga breathing if you want to. Easy breath with a count. Fine. All of the awareness. All of it. And press back. Bend those knees. Release the hands. We're going to come back into a child's pose, but hands are back by the feet. And then gently we're going to release. Yay, us. Now, from here, we're going to slowly come to a comfortable seated position. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Sean. We're going to hug those knees. Now, from here, we're going to release, and we're going to do some breath work here. Because a lot of you, when we come into our Shavasana, you want to stay in Shavasana while we end the video, and you don't make it back to the seated position. So what we're going to do is do our breath work here, and then bring it down. So we're going to come into two different breaths, or two different mudras for the breath. Now this time, I want you just to practice your easy breathing. Wow, it's really raining outside my house. We're going to practice a easy breath. So whatever that is, whatever your count on your inhale, whatever your count on your exhale, completely up to you. We're going to start in the prana mudra. So we're going to put the fingers together. We're going to touch those nail beds, and we're going to put those hands on the knees. Find your breath. You're lifting your pelvic floor. You're pulling your navel in. Nice straight spine. We're feeling the expanse of the breath. We're feeling the posture. We feel that we moved, that we did some work. We did enough work to release stress in the tissue, to open the airways, but not too much for fatigue. Today was more about a maintenance day than a crushing it kind of day. Nice, full breath. And we're going to bring those hands into Dhyana Mudra. Left hand, right hand. Thumbs together, Sitting here for a second, just finding your breath, checking in with the body to see what you might have missed in your practice. If you are having a hard time being fierce or letting go of obstacles, why? We all have our work to do, each one of us. But dissecting that and unpacking and know why, that's helpful. Nice full breathing here so that you knew that you took some time today just to breathe. One more full breath here. Now we have some choices. You can continue to sit and breathe, or you can join me in Shavasana. So you make those choices. I want you to have some options. Slowly we're going to come back into whichever posture. Maybe there's a little bit of a leg rocking here. Maybe you can pull those knees into the chest. Just depends on where you are in this practice today. Happy baby to release the lower back. Working through the hips. A lot of times we hold grief and anxiety in the hip. And gently release. We're going to put the bottoms of the feet flat on the floor. And we're going to lift up here into a bridge posture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we start to lower back down. And then from there down to our best version of Shavasana. So maybe you want to use blankets. Maybe you want to use bolsters. Find your breath. Release the feet, the ankles, the shin and calf. We move through the knees and through the thighs. Through the glutes and pelvic belly. We move through the lower back and navel, mid-back and solar plexus, shoulder blades and heart. We feel that connectedness to the ground. We find the breath. And if you're still practicing seated, just find that breath that's working for you today. Now maybe you're in a place where you're like, oh, this feels so good. I'm going to hang out here. It's rainy. The dog's curled up with me. I have a blanket. Then do that. Maybe those folks that stayed in the seated position breathing are really getting close into meditation and stillness. Stay there. But maybe if some of us are ready to stop our practice and maybe go make some breakfast. So we start moving those fingers and toes. Stretch and wiggle and squirm some. Little stretches. Again. Maybe we bend those knees. Moving those knees, pull those knees into the chest, find what works. 1, we rock maybe. Roll to the right side. And then slowly we press up. We come to a comfortable seated position. Yay, Shavasana, I know, right? Once we make it to that seated position, we allow the head to turn to the right, just checking in. Turn the head to the left. And back to the center. Hands come to the heart. We remind ourselves of all the amazing things we have in our life to be thankful for. We send out love and kindness and compassion to those who need it. In the practice with an Om, if you're comfortable. If not, just enjoy mine, inhaling. Bowing forward in respect, love and kindness. Namaste. Peace be with you. Go safely. Thank you for practicing with me today. I really appreciate sharing with you what I enjoy, which is yoga and my dog, and getting to be with you every morning, sun or rain or virus or not. We still have this opportunity to connect. So I thank you. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your donations that are still coming in through PayPal and Venmo. Thank you for sharing with your friends and family. Again, if they don't use Facebook, you can find me on YouTube. If you subscribe on YouTube to my channel and like those videos, it's going to help other people find my videos as you share. So I really appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful dry day. Bye. You're welcome, Marissa.